there everybody, welcome back. Hopefully this video finds you well. Today we're going to take a look at a brand I haven't tried on the channel yet. Unfortunately, might not be able to try much more of them because Food for the Soul is going out of business. And we're going to take a look at their biscuits and mushroom gravy, but got this email. So I do a lot of shopping for freeze-dried stuff through garagegrowngear.com. I think they're a pretty good site. Not affiliated or anything, but I do kind of like it. But I also got this message from Food for the Soul, so I assume I'm on mailing list through Garage Grown Gear. But basically, email reads, "We're going to miss you all so much. It is with a heavy heart that we reach out today to inform you that we are closing the business. This last year has been unbelievably hard for us to sustain, and from what we've heard, the outdoor market as a whole has seen a rough year. Unfortunately, things piled up on us in a way that left us unable to continue operating. We've held on as tight as we could and explored any options available to us, but running this business is no longer within our reach. I know some of y'all prefer videos and prefer text, blah, blah, blah. So they also have a video. Been on this journey for 5 years, cannot express the gratitude, all that good sort of stuff. Odds were we know the odds were stacked against us as small business owners. It didn't matter. We stuck our necks out there, and we couldn't be happier to have done so. Though the business won't live on, we count the last 5 years as a success." So, I mean, that's fair, and I don't know when this video particularly will be coming out, but I want to say that, well, at any rate, it might be past. So they're only going to be fulfilling orders through September 30th, which is honestly only 7 days away when I'm doing this video. So by the time you get this, you won't really see any more Food for the Soul, more than likely. That is unfortunate, and they are right. This year's been hard on not just outdoor business, but on a lot of businesses. And while some businesses have started during the pandemic, Alpinair is one of those. They do a lot of granola and stuff. We've had a few of those on the channel, or at least one or two. I don't remember. But anyway, running a business is very hard, and it kind of seems like maybe there are a lot of other things going on, probably life-wise. I assume, heck, this might not even be their primary job. Or, this could be a primary, but they also have secondaries. But it sounds like they have a lot of other things they're going to be getting into. But good luck to them. Unfortunately, this does happen, but, it's good to have made the attempt, and you can't count that as a failure. So, we are looking at the biscuits and mushroom gravy. Bodacious biscuits inside. We see these big crouton-looking deals here, so it should be kind of interesting. And I want to say a lot of Food for the Soul stuff is meat-free, but I could be wrong. Anyway, nutritional information. 660 calories for this container, so that's a pretty big calorie count there. Big ingredients list. Obviously, some of this is going to be, kind of, well, looks like we're itemizing Worcestershire sauce, which I'm not sure they have the right to do, but I don't know. Sherry, biscuits and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot more in the ingredients just by merit. Anyway, preparation instructions. Remove biscuits from the pouch. Pour approximately 3/4 cup or 67 ounces boiling water in the bag. Gravy should be runnier than you think. Gently knead to mix. Press excess air. Okay, let it sit 5-6 minutes. Add the biscuits back in. Okay, so we're making the gravy first, letting that go, and then adding the biscuits in for 4 to 7-ish minutes, which is interesting. And I like this, that they put them in their own separate little enclosure here. Kind of hard to see that, but a lot of little dried mushroom pieces. So let's go ahead and add some hot water to this. It's not much water, as they said here. Yeah, like 3/4 cup. Now, you guys definitely should follow instructions if you haven't done anything like this before. I tend to kind of follow my own rate of, my own, I beat my own drum. But I tend to add about enough water as I think would be applicable for the meal to kind of look the way I'd want it, and then add a little bit more because, you know, there is reconstitution loss there. Or rehydration loss, I guess, is probably the better word. So we're just gonna kind of leave that to sit. It is rather watery. This bag doesn't seem particularly stout, but I'm assuming it should be good. Obviously they say it's cool in the bag. I know they said to take out the air. I don't really care because I'm evil, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit. We'll add the biscuits in, you know, probably midway, come back and see if this is any good. All right, back with our biscuits and mushroom gravy. I did add a little bit more water, probably let it set a little bit longer than I really should have, but you know, c'est la vie, it's fine. Food for the soul, man. Biscuits and gravy with mushroom gravy. So I threw our little crouton sized biscuits in here, and they've held up pretty good. They still have some stuff in, you know, some life in them. You know, just stuff, life. Let's go ahead and hit this, see if it's any good. So let me get a little bit more in here. Let me get a little bit more in there. So our little biscuits are pretty packed with flavor. They're a little too salty though. And they did hold up well to sort of soaking. There's a sharpness in there. It's kind of good. But overall, way too much salt. Way too much. The mushroom side's pretty good. Kind of just reminds me of like a, almost like a stroganoff. Like I should be eating this over noodles. And it is very mushroomy. Like, if you don't like mushrooms, like my girlfriend hates mushrooms. But if you don't like mushrooms, you won't like this. But the bigger thing is crazy salty. I would need to just pound water after eating this, which, depending on the trail, sometimes that's not crazy accessible. Maybe you have to have a certain allotment of water and to bring in. Maybe you don't have any other sources or whatever. And we're trying to really keep the water just for hydration, right? You know, we're not trying to the hydration purposes from the actual activity. Preferably not from your meal. And of course, we all know that sodium helps preserve. So I'm not trying to get crazy about it, but it's very salty. However, you get through the salt, and there is a good buttery flavor in there. And the mushroom gravy is pleasant. Like, I think that this would be, for me, a good 8 out of 10 if it weren't so salty. Because, like, overall, the flavor is great. Like, I think for the folks who, like, own this and, you know, unfortunately are closing up shop, like, you should be proud. Because this is actually a nice meal. It's just too salty. But the base level flavor for a vegan meal is pretty exceptional. So I'll give you a thumbs up, but like the salt could have been cut down on by half and you would have been great. But I am sad to see anything close down. You know, I'm a child of parents of small business. I respect small business a lot. It sucks to see them go out of business, but you know what? They loaded up the punch. They did it for 5 years, and that's commendable. So good luck on all of your future endeavors if you ever watch these videos, which I doubt. But good luck on your future endeavors. That's a pretty decent meal there. If you're still able to get some of this stuff before they shut down, I don't know, give it a try. Toss them a couple bucks on their way out, because it's good. It's good to try. And you know, the thing is, greatest part of America, in my opinion, you know, it's right there in the Declaration. You know, you have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness is a difficult thing. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes you fall out of happiness, but you can just get right back up on the horse, because that's how America is truly designed. So if you fall, have to quit, whatever, as long as you gave it a good attempt, that's okay. You can always get back up and do something else or something better next time. So maybe try again later. Give it another 5 years and see how you feel. But regardless, not a bad meal. Actually pretty decent. So if any of you at home have tried this, in the comments down below, let me know what you thought. Give me some stories about maybe if you've had any of the other Food for the Soul products. Did you like them, dislike them? What were your thoughts on the company and all that good sort of stuff? And leave me any suggestions for future videos. Love hearing from you. If you'd like to send something in to be reviewed, the P.O. box is down below in the description. Patreon link's down there as well if you'd like to support the channel. You don't have to, but it's there. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.